On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Jamal Agnew. He will score. Touchdown. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Davis now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Unlock line. Unlock line.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Texans at 4-3, a game over 500. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 7, Davis throwing the out route incomplete. That's Russell. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Davis throwing on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. From midfield now, Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Davis, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on third down, Davis. That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Davis. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over possession here up at the 44. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground. ETN. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They find some open field here. 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a wide receiver's dream, because if they can make that first man miss, a lot of times they turn these into big plays, and that's exactly what happened here.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse, and this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
21-0 our score after 1.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Davis. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Russell. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Davis. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Off play action. Davis. He finds his man, complete. It's Russell. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Called out a very strong gain of 24. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Head the street. Head the street.
Here's Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all of those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, gave it to him too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Man, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown in the last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Mack Wilson leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
He came very close to actually destroying their defensive strategy, didn't he? Broke some tackles and came very close to picking up a first down. They've got to wrap up better.
Indeed, but they were able to get him down before that marker. And Ingram hauls it in. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He cannot hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence caught on the right side by Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Now Davis on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Taken in at the 3. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
18 Cardinals. 19 tight.
Looking to throw. Davis. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Russell. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. 37 yards.
And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat. You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36.
Lawrence will throw. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And he gets it down to the 32. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lawrence.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. From the 29, Davis on the move to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37.
54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football,
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 61 yards.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
They'll run for it with Pierce.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
60 Bison.
Once more, it's Pierce.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Dameon Pierce, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field again, CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Lawrence looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He completes it to Jones.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. The 20. 5. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
He got 29 yards that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run up the gut with Kelly. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Past the 20. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Open man right side is Ingram. Touchdown! Evan Ingram with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Etienne up the middle.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. So out of the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Jacksonville,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.